I know that I have one of the guys that's in the department that works with the Water Resources Board. They said the groundwater, even through this 4 years of drought, has not dropped but 10%. Ground table. Again, I don't know. If you've got evidence of showing something better, Gary, bring it to me, and I won't dispute it, but I'll agree with you. At this point, I'm being told that the water table in our area has not dropped. If you have something to prove that to me, please bring it forward, and I'll change that opinion, because I don't know. This is what I'm being told.
Is everything answered? Okay. How does the sheriff rely on code compliance in the enforcement effort?
Okay, be very clear. Code compliance and planning are the lead in this. All we are is a backseat driver in this. We go out with them. They're the ones that are enforce the regulations. It is the sheriff's department's job to keep them safe and to go after the planning and code compliance. We are there for the safety of those people and to deal with the illegal grows that are out there, and to make sure that people are in compliance along with code compliance.
Okay, what is the process to get a conceal and carry permit?
Go online, go take the test or the class so that you can get your concealed weapons permit. Come to the sheriff's office, fill out the paperwork, pay your fees, and you'll get a concealed weapons permit. I don't have a problem with the CCWs and the Second Amendment. I've been very vocal about that. Yes.
Would you give them to cannabis growers or absolutely not?
I can't legally not. It would cause a lot of civil issues. Yeah. As long as you can pass the background and you can take the test and you can legally own a firearm, yeah. If you shoot somebody, it's going to fall back on you. Yes, Marty.
Yes,
yeah, owning a handgun and being able to use it. Let me tell you something from a cop standpoint, and for somebody who's been shot. Pointing a gun at somebody, at a person, is a different ball game than shooting at a target. So be very cautious about getting a CCW and your reasons for carrying it.
Where do you go to practice?
There's a lot of places you can find. Angels Gun Club, you go out in the National Forest as long as you're shooting in a safe manner. BLM land, National Forest, same thing. Yeah, there's a lot of places to go.
Okay, when does a grower have to construct a residence and receive the attendant utility services? When does a grower have to construct a residence and receive the attendant utility services?
The way that the ordinance is written, that if you're in the burn area right now and you live within a quarter mile outside the burn area, you have up to 2 years to get your residence back up and running. Any place else in the county, you have to have a residence or the parcel next to your residence in order to grow.
Okay, when will site checks start?
They already have.
How do you prepare the land for a growing site?
That was strangely eager. Okay, how do you prepare the land for a growing site? So in our county, we're relatively mountainous. You need a flat area. So that either means you're going to cut a pad or you're going to do terraces. Even if you can find a natural hilltop, we generally do. But that, if it's done sustainably, there's no problem. People clear land all the time. But that same issue that growers have with contacting contractors and being visible, there's a lot, and not just from growers, also pretty much every other redneck in my part of the town, but we'll drop trees and cut paths without seeking permits. Now, one of the things that the ordinance does require is that if you are going to do any type of work related to growing that requires moving more than 50 yards of earth, you must get a grazing permit. And if you're going to clear any trees, you must contact CAL FIRE and get the necessary permits from them. If you fail to do these things, you are subject for all of the penalties that go along with that. One of the things that they have been scrutinizing, CAL FIRE has already been visiting grows and they have been issuing notices of violation. The Code Compliance Department and Planning have already been discussing what they're going to make us do in regards to grading permits in the future. We know they're required in the future, and it sounds like they may be asking us to get retroactives. We're not sure on that yet for work that's already done. So in order to prepare the land, mostly it's land clearing. We obviously advocate that it be done with best practices, erosion control, management of timberlands, all of those sorts of things.
On the land clearing in the burn area, we still have to go get a permit. Fire department is dropping trees that were burned and outlined.
Anytime you drop a tree, whether it's alive or dead, you need to contact CAL FIRE first. That's just a good rule of thumb. And they have very simple, easy to read standards for sustainable harvesting of live trees and sustainable dropping of dead trees. It depends on a lot of factors and we'll go into them, but it's the type of thing where that is required. It has been for everyone, growers, non-growers, for a long time. The issue is that that information hasn't been as widely disseminated through our community as much as we would like or as CAL FIRE would like. But we have actually issued some PSAs. We've sent it out via email and posted on our Facebook site trying to make growers more aware of how to do that.
What about biological and cultural site assessments required by the state water board?
Part of the thing required by the urgency ordinance is a water quality control board permit. The water quality control board permit, as part of that process, requires that you get environmental and cultural assessments on your land by a qualified consulting company. These are thorough inspections that cost thousands to, in some cases, tens of thousands of dollars. They look for any cultural or historical site that might be disturbed, any endangered animals.
When can the rest of us get a permit to grow, i.e. those who weren't growing illegally when the urgency ordinance was passed?
So is the question basically you don't have a permit now but you'd like to grow in the future? The answer is when the moratorium is lifted. If you would like to be able to grow in the future, you have to wait for the moratorium is lifted. You need to get your name on the county's waiting list. You go down to planning, you give them a notice of intent letter, and they will go through that chronological order, at which point they decide to lift the moratorium.
Everyone meet a
And what
Calaveras
was
grower.
over on this one? How much money has the sheriff's office spent so far coming
got
from
seven
registration
plants.
fees? And can the registration fees be used to pay for road mitigation?
To the road mitigation, no, because it's not directly related to the ordinance. And the sheriff's department has spent, right now I think we're at about $600,000 out of those registration fees. That's just for the sheriff's office.
Okay, most of these have been answered, and Tom had told me 2 more, so 1 more, and then that's it. And I gotta say, I think they've done a great job, because they almost got through all of them.
I'd like to say that the young folks that come in on this tide, the young mothers, young fathers, people that are going to be here, they're going to put roots down and they're going to replace all of us old timers. And I think that's a good thing.
Okay, to finish up, and some of these may have already been answered, I don't know. How will the county protect homeowners from armed crop theft in the next few years? I think we've kind of addressed that. Pot is a highly valuable crop in all the states that don't have laws. What can the county do to reassure the tax-paying homeowners? How will and when the county stop the rape of the land from non-homeowners occupied land? That's being grass, trees being clear-cut, wells being drained, and chemicals flowing freely. So, all but 3.
All right. Thank you.
Let's give a big hand.
I want to thank everybody for coming and giving us the opportunity to talk. I'm glad that Cav didn't knock me down while I was standing up here. Again, I want to be very upfront with everybody. Because we already have this marijuana here, we do have to deal with it. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't want it here, they want to ban it. Again, if you have some ideas on how you can ban it and support the Sheriff's Department to eradicate it and to keep it out of our county, I'm open ears. I've been combating marijuana my whole life, except when I was 14 and 15 and smoked the shit out of it. You know, I'll be honest, it was in my background, so I don't have to lie about it. But the marijuana of my day is definitely not the marijuana of today. The THC levels back then were very low. The THC levels now are very high. I personally believe that there is some medicinal uses because of the CBDs. I know people that use it for medicinal reasons, so I think there's a good side to it. I think it needs to be regulated, and we need to be able to work with it. That being said, again, thanks for letting us talk, and I hope it cools off because it's going to get hotter in the next few days.
I want to say that to you guys for letting me talk, and thank you to Rick for standing up here with me. It's been a dream of ours, those of us who want to be legitimate, for a long time to be able to place like this, as difficult as the questions can be. I agree with the sheriff that the way, obviously, if we're moving forward for us is regulation. Our part of that is to commit to you guys. It is our job to show you that we have the right to be here, to contribute our tax dollars, contribute our efforts. We're getting our growers out into volunteering, we're getting our growers out into community activism. It's going to take a while. But over the course of the next year, with supporting our sheriff's department, supporting our county, supporting you guys, we hope to change this place in a big way and throw out those bad guys so that when you go down to centers and you talk to a grower, it's a guy like me. Thank you very much.
Real quick before we go, just if people are interested, I am doing some more meet and greets that won't have Cass standing next to me, even though I do like him, I'm sure. August 20th, I'm going to be up in Blue Lake Springs for anybody who's come from that side of the county. In the evening, and in the morning I'm going to be at the little coffee shop over there at Avery Sheep Ranch Road and Highway 4, and I'm putting some more together. I'm going to try and do one up in Moke Hill, and I'm going to get one going down at the Rancho Calaveras clubhouse down in Valley Spring for any folks that are down there. So I'm trying to get out to meet everybody and talk to everybody and answer any questions. So keep an eye on the sheriff's webpage. I have a Facebook page, you can check there, and then it'll be in the newspaper too, because I know Terry likes to advertise. Thanks.
Thank you all for coming, and if anything can stick around and help us put chairs up, I sure appreciate it.
I thought this was a room full of there's a lot of. This is a Calaveras grower, isn't she so darn cute? Somebody gave her 7 plants. And she's loving it. What strain are you growing? What strain are you growing?
What he gave me.
What is it? You don't know?
No, I said, I don't want to.
You don't want to talk about it?
I don't really want to.
You don't want to be on camera? Okay.